The BBC coverage on Jammu and Kashmir has drawn a lot of criticism, but the British public service broadcaster has stood firm, sharply rejecting claims that it misrepresented the situation. So why is it happening? Why is the BBC being criticized again? Is it because the media today has lost its credibility? Or is it because the BBC has a history of publishing fabricated content? In 2011, in an extremely embarrassing situation, the BBC had to apologize for a faked footage of child labor in its show Primark on the Rack, which was broadcast in June 2008. The show involved the Bangalore scene. Not only that, the BBC had even won the prestigious Current Affairs Home Prize at the Royal Television Society Awards for that program, an award which it later returned. In 2012, the BBC referred to the Hindu festival of Holi as a filthy festival. Again, it later issued an apology. Alistair Pinkerton has done extensive research in the areas of critical geopolitics, media, and the contested geopolitics of public diplomacy. In his research, he has observed a systematic pattern of propaganda and biased coverage of India by the BBC after the country's independence. During the early summer of 1970, the BBC broadcast the UK premiere of Calcutta, a documentary film by acclaimed French director Louis Malle on British television. The film maligned India's image to such an extent that in August 1970, the government of India decided to expel the BBC from India. The BBC's British employees were instructed to leave the country, the offices in New Delhi were closed, and locally engaged staff were released from their BBC contracts. Before the BBC was expelled, the then Indian High Commissioner had warned the BBC's Director General that the functioning of the BBC representative in India would become superfluous if such programs continued to vitiate the minds of the British people against India. Shashi Bhushan was an Indian freedom fighter and a social worker who participated in the Quit India movement. Concluding his parliamentary statement, he said, "The BBC is not only acting against India, but is preaching a new kind of imperialism. They want to reimpose imperialism on India, as they are doing in Angola and Mozambique." As far as the Jammu and Kashmir coverage is concerned, an official investigation can be demanded, which should help in bringing the truth out. In an ideal world, we expect the big media houses to do a fair job. Many feel that, just like common citizens, it is natural for journalists to carry some bias in their work. But creating fake content like the BBC did in Primark's case is completely unacceptable. In such cases, an apology doesn't completely reverse the damage, as it doesn't quite reach the very people who consume the fake content and already base their opinions on that. So, will we witness the BBC apologizing again for fabricated content? Hi, my name is Karolina Goswami. Accuracy and presenting lesser-known facts and logical reasoning are both very important to my work. Today, I have a request for viewers who enjoy my content. There are a lot of sacrifices and hard work behind each second of every episode that you see on this channel. Apart from the expensive travel expenses and general production costs, such investigative work also requires us to purchase many studies which are not freely available in the public domain. The revenue generated through AdSense on YouTube falls way short of the funds required to run this channel. So come forward and join this mission. Support my work financially on my crowdfunding page at patreon.com. Let's empower the global community by keeping it well informed about India and Indians. See you again.